Carol Burnett's life began on April 26, 1933, in San Antonio, Texas, where she faced a childhood marked by hardship. Raised in a challenging environment with financial struggles and her parents' battles with alcoholism, Carol found herself largely under the care of her grandmother in a modest apartment in Los Angeles. Despite these difficulties, she discovered an early love for humor and performance, using them as coping mechanisms to navigate her tough reality. She often entertained her peers with mimicry and performances, using her imagination to escape the difficulties at home. Carol's passion for the arts led her to attend UCLA, initially to study journalism. However, her path shifted toward the theater, where her talent for comedy and her undeniable stage presence began to shine, eventually leading to a career in entertainment that would transform her life, a generous gift, and a life-altering opportunity. In the 1950s, Burnett's career began to take shape through early television appearances, but it was an anonymous benefactor who played a pivotal role in her professional journey. This individual provided Carol with the financial means to move to New York City and pursue her dream of performing, with the condition that she one day help someone else in need. This act of kindness would become a defining theme in Burnett's life, reflecting her belief in paying it forward. She soon began to make a name for herself with her comedic brilliance on shows like The Gary Moore Show. Her ability to blend physical comedy with sharp wit captured the hearts of viewers, and she quickly became a rising star in the entertainment world. The generosity she received would go on to influence her career, as she dedicated herself to creating work that gave back to her audiences. The Carol Burnett Show is breaking barriers in television. The true pinnacle of Carol Burnett's career came with the debut of The Carol Burnett Show on CBS in 1967. At a time when variety shows were predominantly hosted by men, Carol made history by becoming the first woman to host a long-running primetime variety sketch program. The Carol Burnett Show became an instant sensation, running for 11 seasons until 1978 and showcasing Carol's diverse talent. She skillfully balanced sharp satire, unforgettable character work, and musical performances. From her beloved characters like Mrs. Wiggins and Unhappily Eunice to her spot-on parodies of classic films, Carol became an icon. Off-screen, her signature audience Q&A sessions at the beginning of each episode helped her connect with viewers on a personal level, creating a lasting bond between her and her fans. The show's success cemented Carol's place in television history as a trailblazer for women in comedy. Personal struggles behind the laughter. Despite her professional success, Carol Burnett's personal life was not without its challenges. She faced significant personal heartache, including the tragic loss of her daughter, Carrie Hamilton, to cancer in 2002. Throughout her life, Burnett has been candid about her struggles, particularly with grief, and has used her experiences to offer solace and strength to others facing similar hardships. Her ability to find humor and resilience in the face of tragedy resonated deeply with her audiences. Her memoirs, One More Time and This Time Together, offer intimate reflections on her life and career, highlighting not just her comedic genius, but her emotional depth. Carol's legacy is not only one of laughter, but also of compassion, vulnerability, and a deep understanding of the human condition. A Second Chance at Love. Marriage to Joe Hamilton. In 1963, after her divorce, Carol Burnett met Joe Hamilton, a television producer who would become not only her second husband but also her most significant professional partner. Their relationship began when Hamilton produced her iconic 1962 Carnegie Hall concert, a performance that showcased Carol's wide range of comedic and musical talents. Soon after, their partnership blossomed into marriage. Joe Hamilton was instrumental in shaping Carol's career, producing The Carol Burnett Show, and supporting her through the challenges of being a woman in the entertainment industry. Together, they raised 3 daughters, navigating the demands of show business and family life. However, despite their professional success, their marriage faced challenges, particularly due to their daughter Carrie's struggles with drug addiction. Tragedy and advocacy, facing family struggles with courage. The challenges that came with raising a family in the public eye were compounded by Carrie Hamilton's battle with drug addiction. Burnett and Hamilton openly discussed their daughter's struggles, using their platform to advocate for families dealing with addiction. Carol's willingness to address this issue publicly helped destigmatize the conversation around addiction and brought attention to the importance of support and recovery. In 1988, Carol and Carrie traveled to Moscow to help introduce the first Alcoholics Anonymous chapter in the Soviet Union, a powerful act of advocacy that showcased Carol's commitment to helping others. Despite their efforts, Carrie's addiction ultimately led to her passing in 2002, a heartbreak that would forever change Carol's life. The loss of Joe Hamilton and moving forward. Carol Burnett faced another significant loss in 1991 with the death of Joe Hamilton, who passed away from cancer. His death marked the end of a long and influential partnership, both in their personal lives and in their professional endeavors. The loss was profoundly difficult for Carol, as she had not only lost her husband but also a creative partner who had played a significant role in her success. His death left a hole in her heart, but Carol's strength allowed her to continue on, finding new purpose and a renewed sense of hope in her later years. Despite this personal loss, Carol continued to inspire others with her resilience, turning her grief into an opportunity to help others who had experienced similar tragedies. New beginnings. Carol's marriage to Brian Miller. In 2001, Carol Burnett entered into her third marriage, this time to Brian Miller, a talented drummer who was 23 years her junior. Their relationship marked a new chapter in Carol's life, one where she embraced love and companionship after years of personal loss. This marriage highlighted Carol's resilience and her ability to open her heart to new possibilities, defying societal expectations about age and the challenges of finding love later in life. Brian Miller brought joy and stability to Carol's life, and together they demonstrated that new beginnings are possible, even after years of heartache. Their relationship became a symbol of Carol's indomitable spirit and her capacity to love deeply, regardless of past experiences. A complicated relationship. Carol Burnett and Harvey Korman. One of the most complex and intriguing aspects of Carol Burnett's career was her relationship with Harvey Korman, her co-star on The Carol Burnett Show. While their on-screen chemistry was legendary, their off-screen relationship was far more complicated. Carol admitted that, over the years, she developed a strong dislike for Korman, stemming from his temperamental behavior and sense of entitlement. Carol, known for her kindness and professionalism, often felt that Korman's moods disrupted the creative environment of the show and undermined her efforts to keep the team united. The tension between them, combined with personal frustrations, led Carol to harbor intense feelings of resentment. Despite their personal differences, however, Carol never denied Korman's immense comedic talent, though the emotional toll of their complicated dynamic lasted throughout their time working together. Behind the laughter, the truth behind Carol Burnett's relationship with Harvey Korman. Carol. Burnett's complicated feelings toward Harvey Korman highlight the complexities of working closely with someone over an extended period of time. Their shared success on The Carol Burnett Show often masked the personal struggles they experienced behind the scenes. Carol, deeply invested in the success of the show, was often hurt by Korman's unpredictable temper and lack of appreciation for her role in their work. Despite this, their professional relationship remained strong, and they continued to create iconic comedy moments together. However, Carol's admission of truly disliking Korman underscores the reality that not all relationships in show business are as perfect as they appear on screen. It serves as a reminder that even the most successful partnerships can be fraught with personal conflict and emotional complexity.